Hi everybody, welcome to the dungeon. My name is Robin and today is Flameworking 102.34. You know, sometimes it's nice to come down here, put on my audiobooks, and just have fun playing with the glass. So I thought these wraparound beads would be just perfect for this week's demonstration. These are kind of an every level bead. They are fun no matter what colors you choose, and I hope that you are inspired by them. With that said, let's get right into it. As always, I hope you're all doing safe and well out there. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time in the dungeon. All right, I'm going to start everything out today using my base color here, and it's just clear that I'm going to use. I just wanted to get really simple with my colors. And I'm going to heat up my mandrel and get some clear on there. I'm going to start out just by adding my clear and making sure that my mandrel is nice and hot. So as I wrap the clear up my mandrel, I'm not trapping any air bubbles underneath. If you find that you're trapping air bubbles and you're using like a clear base, you can easily pop them, or sometimes I will start over. But either way, you're going to get your glass on the mandrel, and I'm just going to heat things up here a little bit on both sides and start evening things out on my little marver pad there. I'll get both sides, and as I'm rolling this out, I do like to heat up sometimes I'll favor one side more than the other and use the cooler side as a guide to keep my bead nice and straight. Either way, I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit once I'm happy with the shape, and then I will add a whole nother layer of clear right on top of that. And as I'm wrapping this up on the glass, I am overlapping as I go. I ran out of clear there, so I'm just grabbing another rod here and continuing filling in where I need to. I tend to wiggle my glass back and forth a little bit. I don't know why, it just seems to heat up faster for me that way. Then I'll go ahead and cast off when I'm ready. And at this point, I want to turn up my heat a little bit and just start melting everything in. I'm looking for a nice round shape. Of course, this can be any shape you like. I did a variety of different shapes for the final shot. And I'm just getting into a round here. And it gets so hot that it will continue rounding out for a few seconds outside of the heat. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our stringers here. And I'm going to start out by wrapping my edges with this transparent color. This is a transparent green emerald, I believe. And I'm just going to use my graphite pad there to push it down right after I add it, because that's when it's kind of the hottest and the easiest to push down. And I'm not looking to fully incorporate this color and melt it into the clear. I definitely want to keep it raised up. That's what gives you that great kind of cagey effect in the end, and that wonderful texture. Okay, so now I'm going to start by adding some crossover lines that meet the top and bottom bits of color. And these can be straight, they can be slightly curved, however you want them to be. I'm just going to gently go from one edge to the other. And when I can, or when I feel like it, I will go ahead and use my either a graphite pad or my butter knife to just very quickly pat down the areas where the glass touches the other color, where it has that little bump to it. I do my best just to take my time and enjoy the action of laying down color. And when I mean I'm laying down color, I'm not stretching the color or swiping the color on this bead. I am kind of feeding the stringer into the flame and laying it down so I have that nice raised up bit of color on top of the bead. And this stringer is one of these store-bought stringers. It's a pre-made stringer. It's about 2 millimeters thick, and I did make some of these with my own handmade stringers, and I thought that they were a little thin. So I found that these pre-made stringers were the perfect thickness for this technique. And they're very, and they're very, what am I trying to say? They are very continuously the same length all the way around. So they're not tapered or anything, and I think it looked nicer. Anyway, so I have put all of my lengthwise lines on here, and now I'm going to start adding these little bits of lines in between. And I'm adding some of them straight. I will add some of them at a slight angle. Everyone can be a little different, and that's what I like about this bead. You don't have to necessarily get anything perfect. And I'm just going to continue filling in those areas where I think they should be, trying not to make any of those open spaces too small. But then I just want to make sure that I fill in any really big empty areas. Okay, I'm just about done here. A few more little bits of glass, and we will be ready to start heating up and kind of pushing everything down. This is, that was it. That's all the color that I'm doing. Everything else is just patting very gently. And as I'm heating this up, the color will heat up quicker than the clear. If you spend too much time in the flame, eventually that color will melt down into the clear. But if you just quickly heat all those little areas up one by one, like I'm doing here, and gently flatten down those connecting areas, and to smooth them out, to kind of bring them all together, it will create a very organic kind of a, three-dimensional woven shape around your clear glass. I think the most important thing here is that you're not overheating. And just a few more little bits here. I want to make sure that I have my edges pulled in a little bit as well. So I'll get to that at some point. This whole section here of me just flattening down probably took about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, here we are at the end. I told you it was going to be simple. So I hope you all enjoyed this bead and this technique of the wraparounds and are inspired and give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. And I hope you all enjoy the final shots. I did my best. They're not the best, but I did my best to get some good shots in there. All right, you guys, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you soon in the dungeon.